it's Pride Month. Let's talk about pride fatigue.
I'm a lesbian and no longer feel safe at gay pride events, and that is fucking sad.
I grew up in Kenya. It's not the most LGBTQ friendly community. I eventually ran into conservative gay people who do not wear their sexuality on their sleeve, do not make it their entire personality, and their pride flag is the American flag. Hello everyone, habari zenu, horo wanyu, como estas, konnichiwa. How is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well, that your week is coming along well. It is June and it's Pride Month. So there's a reason why my makeup is like this today. Okay, you see the rainbow colors. I didn't get all the 7, but this is all I could do. I'm not a makeup professional, but I thought it would be very much in line with what we have to discuss today. Let's talk about pride fatigue. What is pride fatigue? Same as ghetto fatigue and woke fatigue. It's fatigue by the pride movement. It is we, regular people, including the quote-unquote normal gays, are tired of pride. We're tired of the woke mob pushing this crap down our throats.
I'm a lesbian and no longer feel safe at gay pride events, and that is sad. Pride events used to be about actual love and diversity and inclusion. Now these events have become completely political. We are expected to think, act, and vote a specific way. Imagine if I wore this MAGA hat to one now. The people that do agree with what I have to say and know who I am and want to come up and take pictures with me won't, because they're afraid of being ostracized, shunned. I honestly used to look forward to these events every year, at least like a few of them, you know? I would get to meet a ton of you, I would get to potentially make new friends, and not worry about being followed home by crazy leftists. And I truly do wonder when this demographic is going to fully wake up and realize that they are being completely taken advantage of. And a lot of people have already, I'm not gonna lie, some people, a lot of you watching. When will these people realize that they have become the bullies that they've always hated? They are now the ones who shun people for being different, for thinking differently, or for simply believing in something that they don't agree with. Pride should truly start being called its exact opposite. Shame.
Let me start with a little bit of a background. I grew up in Kenya. It's not the most LGBTQ friendly community to grow up in. I also grew up in a very staunch Christian home, so you all can only imagine how people like my parents feel about that stuff. After moving to America and again getting on TikTok in 2020, I started to see a different side, or to see more of this aspect. Unfortunately, I ended up on woke talk for a while, which is why I kind of leaned into BLM. At some point I remember BLM and pride coming together, like, oh, look at us, we are unstoppable. It made sense at the time. Look at these marginalized communities uniting for the cause, the good cause. Until I learned better about BLM. Okay. Then, thank God, thank the heavens, I eventually ran into conservative gay people who do not wear their sexuality on their sleeve, do not make it their entire personality, and their pride flag is the American flag.
So I have been told that I voted against my own people. Democrats, what do you mean by that, my own people? Are you putting me in a box because I'm gay? Yes, you are. When I've been told this statement, I've been saying this a lot. You know what, Democrats? You win. I, Ken Carson, Republican, 24, gay man, voted against gay marriage and voted against gay rights to protect biological women. I am not ashamed or embarrassed to say that. I don't regret my vote one bit. But if it comes down to what you say to me all the time, yes, if that's what makes you sleep at night, yes, I voted against gay marriage, even though that's not true.
Because they don't need a pride flag.
I'm not queer. Hope this helps. Yeah, I'm not with this new school LGBTQ XYZ Leviticua mess y'all got going on. Just a normal gay. Hey, hi. I'm not out here doing the they, the them, the furry, the pan, the A, XYZ, whatever y'all got over there in your little alphabet. I'm not going to drag shows with children. Okay, not at Pride with my bits hanging out. Not reading rainbow books to kids in school. I'm just a biological woman who likes biological women. The way it used to be. Just a normal gay. Some would even call me the T word. Y'all leave those comments a lot. Meaning that I believe feminism is only for biological women and not trans folk. It's pretty radical. But you know what they say? You go so far left, you come right. I wouldn't know because I've always been a conservative.
It's just a part of them. It's not who they are. They don't use their sexuality to vote.
Because it's iconic. And I love to do iconic shit.
They don't use their sexuality to think. They don't think they are oppressed. They don't call themselves a marginalized group. And we'll come into that. And interacting with, again, the conservative gay community. And I only say community not because they are a community, but because we are all a family. I consider them my family. They cannot stand the alphabet soup. For those who don't know, this is the alphabet soup. Because they've realized it's such a collectivist, monolithic group that if you don't stay in line with all their beliefs and don't agree with each and everything they preach and taught, you are an outsider. Sounds a lot like the black community, doesn't it? I got kicked out of that one. Actually, way before I voted for Trump, I was kicked out. I lost my black card. I was unclaimed. Like I'm a slave. We don't claim you. The same rhetoric you hear from the toxic black collective is the same toxicity you hear in the Pride and Alphabet community.
Crazy one that you love to push the hate against on your platform because you wanted to go ahead and pander to the same people that never accepted you.
Again, no questions asked. Go with whatever the tribal cult mentality says. But no, I put myself in a place of political purgatory where I know everybody on the right doesn't accept me. And now people on the left don't accept me. I've been shunned from the community. Oh my God. You all have been boxed in so much and spoon-fed what to think that it's impossible for you guys to even conjure up the idea that somebody within the community or somebody that is gay has a different thought or opinion than you.
It's very interesting. Anyway, that helped me realize that there is such a big difference between the victims and the victors. The manufactured oppression peeps and Americans who are proud of who they are. Americans who recognize they have every right as every other American. At this point in time, Pride is just an event meant to, one, sexualize. It's a sexualized event. It has become a kink fest. The history of the Pride movement and the Pride events was to bring gay people into the mainstream. Like, hey, we are just one of you guys. We are normal like you. All we want is equal rights. And I remember, again, 2013, 14, whenever Obama decided that gay people can get married. And I remember the general consensus being that it was a slippery slope. Now, fast forward to 2025, we can all see what they meant, right? Even the regular gays, my buddies, they're like, yeah, we wish that did not happen. And coming from them, it holds a lot of weight. Because I'm super straight. Okay? So I can't say I understand what it feels like. But coming from them, it has so much weight and I have to listen because I'm like, oh my gosh, tell me more. Because if you do not conform and validate the woke mob, the alphabet soup, the woke mob alphabet soup, you're called homophobic, which could not be further from the truth. If anything, the most homophobic movement is a trans activist movement. Fight me. I will cover that in the next video. It's going to be trans fatigue. Pride movements have lost their way. Pride movements used to be about bringing awareness to a marginalized community. After the fact that now they can get married, they can adopt children, they have to get the same job opportunities as everyone else, except for affirmative action, which favors dark-skinned people. I said what I said. What are you marching for? Because from what I can see from where I'm standing, and by the way, how shout out to Gays Against Groomers. If you're not following them or supporting them, please go ahead and do that. They're one of the best organizations that is fighting against the woke mob, the woke ideologies, mutilation of children, and grooming of children. They have been called a hate group, which is so ironic. Now pride events are just I've seen a few of them. I believe this is in New York. It's now a kink fest. Can we just call it what it is, you guys? It's a kink fest. Some of my buddies don't even go there anymore. One, they don't identify themselves with the alphabet soup, and two, they do not attend Pride.
Okay, so I've been seeing, hello, I have been seeing all over Facebook, like personal friends and family posting this kind of stuff, or this thing that says, wishing all the homophobes a super uncomfortable month. Y'all are literally pushing us back 20, 30, 40 years. This is what I'm talking about with the straight people. Like, bro, it's 2025. Y'all are making me want to crawl into a closet so far deep into it. Like, y'all are making it worse. The allies are literally making it worse. I've actually been deleting friends of over 15 years for this on Facebook and blocking them out of my life. Like, if you post this, obviously nobody has a problem, bruh. It's 2025. Y'all are making it a thing. Y'all have started making it a thing. It's a fucking thing now. Like, people are so done with it being shoved down our fucking throats that, like, like, I'm so done.
And this is why. The things I have seen, First of all, parents, why do you take your kids to these events? Do you not realize how inappropriate that is? What is this? Why? What? Even for adult events, even as an adult, almost 39 years old adult, I cringe looking at this because, yeah? And then mnapeleka watoto. Why are you taking children to these things? These things that belong on and then we're supposed to normalize. We're not gonna normalize anything. That. We're not normalizing this nonsense. We're not going to normalize kink. There is one number 2. I have pride fatigue. Yeah? The woke. You know what? I call it woke capitalism because I don't know what else to call it. But the companies, it's like right on cue. Boom. Now Target, I'll give this to y'all. This year, I see you have a lot of Patriot merchandise at your store. But can we talk about last year? I remember. Target, I remember you. Don't think we have forgotten. I remember you guys were stalking. You were stalking at trans kid friendly attire. At a what? For children. You had trans crap in the kids section. Target, don't think we have forgotten. I have not forgotten, no. Yeah, this year you may have some Patriot merchandise, but I do not forget. Okay? I remember. The companies, how quickly they just... Look at us, we are rainbow friendly, woo! That's so much virtue signaling. Can we call it what it is? It's virtue signaling for profit. Celebrities, pandering. What is this? Jennifer Garner. So much pandering. I'm so tired of the pandering. What does this even mean? Oh, you don't have to be gay to love the gay community. First of all, you can't love a whole community. You don't know these people. How are you going to love them? Number 2, loving people does not mean you conform to them. It doesn't mean you agree with everything they do. It doesn't mean you have to validate each and everything. If you need validation from anyone, you don't love yourself. You can't stand on your own 2 feet and just say, I am who I am. You need people to validate you and worship you so you can feel what? Like you're a human being. And you wonder why you're not allowed in the military. This is why. This is why. Why do people have to pander to you? See you love yourself. If you love yourself, why do you care what anyone else thinks? I don't have to agree with your decisions. Stand tall in your own beliefs and stop wearing your sexuality as a personality. And maybe people will respect you. Yeah? The celebrities have to jump on the bandwagon to be what? Relevant, I suppose, and to look like they are, tolerant. Yeah? So they just... Whew. Pride niya nini. You guys, if you live in the West and you're part of the alphabet soup, or you belong to the gay community, you sit down and shut up. I'm going to tell you right now. Because if you went to Uganda, Yoweri Museveni feels a certain way about your here, yeah. And then for those of you who like holding the sign that gays for Palestine, who's going to tell them? I'm going to tell them. KFC is like chicken for KFC. Or cows for, yeah? Cows for McDonald's, same thing. Or cows for steakhouse, same thing. Because people know what they do to Nyinyi, wanamutio, you have no idea. I'm so happy at this point in time that people are exiting the pride community. They are exiting pride. They are disassociating from pride. They are cutting their ties and moving away because they've realized what this thing has become. All this is a big event of pandering, virtual signaling, sexualized crap, kingfest. And that's all it's doing now, because why? Why else? Why else does pride exist? Look what they do. Look at all the drag queens. You think this is an event where children should be and that should be out in public? Mnaka uchi kwa nini? Why are you guys naked? What has pride got to do with nudity? What has pride got to do with... What are these? Me nimesikia they are called atifaris. I don't know which ones are the kinky ones. Whatever the case, if you're an adult and you want to wear a costume, do that in your home. Or, like we don't need to know what you're doing in your bedroom. Do whatever you want to do because it is your life, it is your house. But don't bring that crap to people. And then when we say anything, we're told we are homophobic and transphobic.
Whenever a conservative has an opinion about Pride Month, people on the left are really quick to say, You're a fascist! You hate the gays! I'm a conservative, I don't hate gay people. I've got plenty of gay friends. So why do conservatives have a problem with Pride Month? I'll tell you. It doesn't take a genius to recognise that the LGBT movement has been co-opted by crazy people. Fetishists, pedos, chronic narcissists, people with severe unchecked mental illness, violent anarchists. The list goes on, it's endless. Oh, well, that's a generalisation. Get a load of these statistics, mate. How's that make you feel? Or what about these statistics, mate? Or what about these statistics? But you're straight. You can't have an opinion on gay affairs. Yeah, mate, unfortunately, the truth is not subjective. Yeah, I might be a straight dude, but it doesn't take a gay dude to understand where the problems are.
Bite me. Bite me. I am tired of that gaslighting. You shall not gaslight me. This whole thing of acceptance, it's not acceptance you people want. You don't want acceptance. I am addressing the alphabet soup right now. The alphabet mafia, the pronoun squad. It is you I'm talking to right now. You don't want acceptance. You want conformity. You don't want equality. You want equity. That's what you guys want. You want power. And until we all worship at your feet, we are phobic. Bite me with that. Miss me with that nonsense. Pride should be banned. I said what I said.
June is Pride Month, and my wife and I don't celebrate it, so let's talk about it. We started noticing a shift like 10 years ago with the whole LGBTQ thing, and having to explain to our then underaged daughter what it meant for people to be walked on leashes and their fetishes being on display. We felt this is not an environment for children. We made the decision we're never going back to Pride. COVID made it better because they didn't have the Pride Fest, but it was heartbreaking to our then, 10, 15 year old. It's heartbreaking for her because she loves rainbows and she's on the special needs spectrum. And to her, she just loves all the colors. We had to help her understand in just a very basic common sense way of why we could no longer go to those. because it was very uncomfortable for her to see naked adults.
I'm so grateful for my normal gays, for lack of a better term, who've shown me in the world, even Gays Against Groomers, This is an organization formed by normal gays who hate everything that Pride has become. And they fight for children. They go to schools teaching parents how to stand up against the New World Order. They fight for kids who are being forced to change in bathrooms with boys in the name of it. Yo, if he identifies as a female, I don't care. You're a boy. You people have feminized our men. You're shoving these ideologies down our throats and even putting it on TV. Did you all know Cocomelon Lane has some ninis in there? It has some shenanigans. Cocomelon Lane, watched by toddlers. You have Miss Rachel over here, allegedly, endorsing Dylan Mulvaney, the biggest cosplaying trans woman on earth.
All these kids love Miss Rachel, and some parents, they park their kids in front of Miss Rachel. Here is Miss Rachel commenting on a TikTok video from Dylan Mulvaney. You should be on our show, Songs for Littles.
Straight, we're queer. What is it about us that people find so similar? The cocks.
That's called autogenophilia, and I will cover that in the next video about this. One last thing, the reason I have pride fatigue. This community, like I said, is a very monolithic and collectivist community. Anyone who does not fall in line becomes the enemy.
I will never in my life champion, support, speak out in favor of the LGBT community, the queer community, ever again. As a gay man, it's official. Like, I've never really supported them for the last decade, but now I will absolutely speak out against them in any chance I fucking can. Literally, I come here to speak my truth, how I see the world, what I believe to be true. And the community that I'm supposed to be a part of treats me in such an awful way. The things that they say to me, the hateful things, the bullying, the harassment. And then the minute that I address all of these hate comments, and I'm telling you, hundreds of hate comments a day, and nothing happens to these people. And the minute that I respond in my trad comedy sarcastic way, I'm the bully, I'm hate speeching, I'm harassing, and then I get taken down for a week every single time. I currently have 2 accounts that are dead from streaming because of hate speech. And it's all my community, gays, reporting me. It's just rich to me that the community who preach tolerance, who screams tolerance, just wanted to be accepted and tolerated, has gone full circle to where if you don't hold the same stances, the same paradigm, the same view of the world, that tolerance goes full circle and becomes absolutely intolerant. It becomes hateful.
Anyone who detransitions or decides, you know what, this is not for me anymore, or anyone who's not woke really, any of my gay conservative friends, they're not welcome in the community, despite the fact that they are gay. They don't belong in the pride community. They were kicked out a long time ago. Their gay card was taken. Believe it or not, they've been accused of being transphobic or even homophobic. How are you going to tell a gay person that they're phobic? What is that? That's reaching. You guys are reaching so far. When you have a different thought, or you disagree with one thing, or you call out any aspect of the community, where they will chase you down, they will harass you, they will bully you online, they will call you names, they will even dox you. That's what they do. I've seen it happen. I see it happen every single day with Bark Angel, with Blair White. It's like, if you dare say one thing against us, we shall destroy you. That's the tolerant left, the tolerant woke mob. It's called a woke mob for a reason. Wake up, y'all. This and more are the reasons why I have pride fatigue. Please go check out Gays Against Groomers. I love what they're doing. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you've stayed this far, I really thank you. And please make sure you like. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe and comment and share I hope you all have an amazing weekend. I will see you in the next video. Kenyan Hippie out.